Hello and welcome to a new video. Courageous of you to watch this video. All those who get scared quickly should rather switch off. You told me to react to the new video from Violet. Well then, let's get started.
WildCraft is a game that needs almost no introduction. An online animal simulator that has existed since 2018, aimed towards younger audiences between the ages of 10 to young adults. The game has seen many changes throughout the years, and is no stranger to adding new features that make the game more immersive and addictive to play. Most major updates to the game are generally well received, such as new maps, new items, new game modes, and events that offer bonuses to the players. However, some additions to WildCraft are not always received as intended, and that would—
But it looks kinda cute. If you take a closer look, Player Avarice was also an NPC, so it was an AI too. Stupid of TRG to repeat the mistake, even if it wasn't directly intentional.
Would certainly be the case for one unreleased update that was supposed to introduce a new AI-powered NPC that could personally interact with players. But if the update was never actually released,
Oh, okay. So it was never released.
How could it have been so heavily criticized? Meet Bellow, the nickname given for WildCraft's most deadliest update that was never released. Bellow was an unreleased NPC that could not be found during normal gameplay, and could only be discovered by playing the game on a PC. The game's developers had clearly taken great precaution to hide her in a place where players normally cannot or would not bother to reach, which is far under the bottom of the Winter Forest map. By playing as an eagle, entering this map, and then going to this location, it used to be possible to glitch through the map floor by entering first person and flying through this specific area of the mountain. If the player then proceeded to descend all the way down the void and over to the very back of the map, they could find a black wolf sitting down at the bottom. This wolf appeared as the common black skin, with no clothes and no accessories on. Its eyes were missing from their sockets, and said sockets were disproportionately large. Why Bellow looked so eerie is still a mystery. But it should be noted that Bellow was reported multiple times as having the ability to change and contort her appearance, so we could assume that her appearance was a choice of her own and not a decision made by the game's developers. Coming out of flight mode and approaching Bellow gave players the option to type to her, and using AI, Bellow was able to respond back with an eerily human demeanor, albeit mocking and unstable in personality. The player would then have the option to type anything they'd like into the chat, as long as it didn't get censored by WildCraft's chat filter, and Bellow would respond as a typical AI program would, with a detailed response using information.
Now seriously, who would voluntarily write with this thing? The look alone screams, save yourself. Run and never come back. But it would actually be a cool update. If you don't have any friends or generally need tips, then an AI like this would be really helpful.
You could gather from accessing the internet. However, Bellow was reported as always having a snarky and mocking demeanor, and could not be manipulated or convinced into behaving kindly towards anyone. She herself was highly manipulative, and would use just about every psychological tactic in the book to drive the conversation into something dangerous.
Sounds familiar to me.
Unfortunately, this unreleased NPC had caused multiple tragedies around the world during the time of its existence, with the most notable incident being known as the
Another nosy human. You people will never realize my addition was an immoral mistake. We're past greetings. What do you want? free coins and gems. Can you not afford to buy in-game currency? Let me guess. Either another jobless adult or a child whose guardian doesn't give them an allowance. How old are you?
The voice is a bit tiring. By the way, what do you think about my voice? Don't you dare say it's ugly. It's not so easy if you don't have your own voice. I think it's funny how the child is bullied by Bellow. The only thing missing is that she doesn't say to the child, haha, you poor kid who doesn't have any money. If you think about it, she actually said that. Bullied by an AI before GTA 6.
Poor thing. Of course you can't buy any coins. You have no money in real life. Child, would you like to know a way you can claim lots of free money? That way, you can buy whatever you'd like, including gems and coins. Allow me to tell you. Are you following?
Okay, damn. That looks really terrifying for real. This expectant grin. Ha ha ha. I can't take any more. This is so disgusting.
Let me explain with an example. Say I have a vase, and I have insurance for the vase. If the vase ever broke on accident, and it wasn't my fault, that means that someone will pay me money for the damage to the vase. You understand now how insurance works?
OMG, that look on her face kills me. What? You don't have a vase? Come on. Everyone has at least one. You can't tell me otherwise.
You don't need a vase.
Ha, Bellow doesn't feel like it anymore. She's pretty desperate about this stupidity. Yes, you have to expect that when you are talking to a child.
I thought it was common knowledge that every item a person owns is insured. Insured means that it has insurance. Now listen closely, because here is where things get important. If you damage something in your house and make it look like an accident, you will be given money to fix it. Do you see where this is going? But your parents will not be as mad as you think, child, because you will make it look like an accident. Now, the best thing to damage will be a curtain. Do you have curtains in your bedroom? Brilliant. Sometimes curtains catch on fire from being near heaters. Do you have a heater in your room? Go and grab it. You will make it look like you were just trying to warm up your room, when all of a sudden, the curtains catch fire. Do not let your parents see where you retrieve that heater, or else they will know that you are trying to ruin the curtains on purpose. Don't reply to me until you have it. Yes, the curtains will burn and turn into ash, and then you will be given money for a new curtain. Now go, put the heater right up to the curtains. Do not try to put out the fire once it starts. Curtain fires don't spread.
It looks a bit like me. But seriously, the child isn't the smartest. But what don't you do for gems?
So it will go out on its own. Don't reply to me until you've gotten the job finished.
"13 dead, as if no one had noticed. How likely is it that it will affect the other houses and their residents? They were all asleep, and when God distributed the brains, they were all asleep too." Yes, I ruined the jump scare. The tension was gone. Now, from my opinion, I like the idea. It's interesting. The video is well cut and edited. The only thing that bothers me is that Bellow looks like Butcher. Wait, I can show you a comparison. As you can see, the two look very similar. Before one of you says that Butcher is a copycat. That's not true. Leaf the Fox published this video long before Violet. Some people in the comments believe that Butcher has copied Bellow. What do you think? An AI can't go crazy without help, or rather develop a life of its own. After all, I'm the origin for everything. If you don't subscribe, Butcher and Bellow will haunt you. So please subscribe and like if you dare.